Mike and Lelena are standing by the Golden Gate Bridge, looking lovingly into each other's eyes. Excuse me. Mike Meyer really seems to be in love with Winona Ryder. He sure does. When Mike Meyer crossed over into the realm of fiction with us, I could feel the passion that he has for Winona Ryder coming from him. I hope he meets her. How would you like to go to Pancakes by the Bay? Sure. Mike and Lillian went to Pancakes by the Bay. They find a booth next to the window where they can watch where they can people watch while they are enjoying some amazing coffee and pancakes. This is incredible coffee, Lelena. I know the richness and complexity of the flavor is something that excites my taste buds in a way that brings my mind, body, spirit, and soul to a place of tranquility and eternal pleasure. Yeah, I like the coffee too. All of a sudden, they are approached by a woman in formal attire named Samantha Henderson. Hi, my name is Samantha Henderson. I'm the editor of Coffee Lovers Monthly here in San Francisco. I overheard your conversation about how much you love the coffee here at Pancakes by the Bay. How would you like to write for my magazine? I'm a documentarian. That's very flattering that you would like me to write for your magazine. I don't have any experience writing about coffee. I think that if you are a good writer, that can translate into any form of writing. That might be very interesting. I would like to write about not only the taste sensation of drinking coffee, but the history of coffee in society, the economic positioning of coffee, and the importance of coffee in American culture. We've got some great ideas already. I'll be back. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. We can discuss the details. I'll see you tomorrow. Samantha Henderson leaves Pancakes by the Bay. Wow, that was nice. Yeah, I really like Samantha Henderson. Let's go back to my condominium and praise some more William Shakespeare dialect. Sure. Mike and Lelena praise some more William Shakespeare dialect. Mike and Lelena got up the next morning to meet Samantha Henderson at Pancakes by the Bay. They found a booth by the window where they could watch happy San Francisco people walk by. Hi, Mike. Hi, Lelena. Are you guys ready to discuss the details? Hi, Samantha. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Samantha. Let's get started. I'm looking for a new writer for Coffee Lovers Monthly who can write about not only the taste sensation of drinking coffee, but how the pleasure of drinking the coffee is somehow heightened by the soul substrate that is correlated to the physical pleasure. I can describe it that way. Okay, Lelena, here's a sample of coffee that was brewed from coffee beans harvested on the mountains of Oregon. This is the most popular coffee at Pancakes by the Bay. Take a sip of it and tell me how you would describe it. Let's see. It has a velvety rich taste to it and a complexity that excites my taste buds in a soothing way. Hmm. It has a strong taste to it, very flavorful. The pleasure of drinking this coffee is enhanced by the thoughts of beautiful memories that I have when I was just out of high school, discovering some of the greatest authors of all time, such as Aldous Huxley. I remember reading his novel, The Time Must Have a Stop, which is one of the greatest titles ever for a novel. Time Must Have a Stop. Pondering the unknown nature of reality and the connection of mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit to nature. It was such a liberating time in my life when I came to a solipsistic understanding of self-reliance and how being your own best friend is personal empowerment, and how this notion is the ultimate way to perceive life and to truly be free. That being said, solipsism can only take you so far. Finding your love in this world is the only way to live a life of meaning and purpose. That's very good, Leilena. I think you are brilliant. You start next Monday. I'm happy about that. Let's go back to my condominium. To practice more William Shakespeare. Sure. Michael the Leilena practices more William Shakespeare dialogue. After having finished practicing their William Shakespeare dialogue, Michael and Winona had a few beers and talked. They sat on Mike's couch looking out at the Golden Gate Bridge on a beautiful moonlit night. It's so nice to actually be with you, Elena. There have been so many nights that I have sat here alone, dreaming about us together, kissing in the moonlight beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. There's something about the cosmic vibrations that are received near the Golden Gate Bridge. At night, that bespeak a love between you and I. That is so profound that it transcends time and space, placing us in an eternal love embrace. I get that feeling beneath the Golden Gate Bridge myself. I want to make love to you, Elena. As our bodies are intimately connected, so shall our souls be. As we both feel a heightened state of being manifested as a transcendent pleasure of the mind, body, spirit, and soul. I know it's more than just an empty physical pleasure. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow morning? Sure. The next morning arrives and Mike and Elena go to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They sit in the booth by the window and begin a conversation. Do you like the people watch? Yeah, so do I. There's a whole drama happening right before my eyes. I look out of any window at people walking by, and I can interpret the situations that are taking place. It's like watching a real life movie. I've thought of that. I've thought about that myself. What do you find more engaging, happy endings or sad endings? I like them both. I guess it depends on what type of experience a theatrical artist wants to give to the audience when he chooses between a happy ending and a sad ending. I had an idea, Elena. Um, since looking out of the window at people is like watching a movie to us, why don't we write some dialogue that is inspired by the interactions that we see between people and put on a play that is a presentation of the interactions that we saw between them? We can tell them that the play we can tell them that we wrote a play that was inspired by their behaviors, and they can come and see it. I think it would be fascinating. Great idea. Would you like I could go back to my condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Michael Lillian went back to Mike's condominium to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. The next morning arrives, and Mike and Elena go to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They sit at their usual booth and order coffee and pancakes. How's the writing project for Coffee Lovers Monthly been going? Good. It's fun to describe coffee, which is something I already love in poetic essays. Let me ask you something about the coffee we're drinking. How would you, um, how would you describe this coffee? When I drink this coffee, Lelena, my taste buds are stimulated in a way that heightens the awareness of my soul in a place of immortal love with you, wandering the landscapes of natural beauty in a realm of soul discovery and the fulfillment of my deepest yearnings for human transcendence. Oh, hi, Mosty Toasty. I love this coffee too. The flavor is complex. It both soothes and stimulates. This is my script for Reality Bites 2. It's amazing. Hey, look, Lelena. Do you see that man and woman outside? I see them. My interpretation of their social interaction is that they are lovers that were separated. They haven't seen each other in a while. Really? You can glean that much from observing them. Look at the tears in their eyes. I can see a sense of relief and mirthful reunion in their facial expressions. Yeah, Mike. Now that I look closer, I agree with you. That's so beautiful. Look, they're getting into a taxi cab. I wonder where they are going. Wherever they are going, I think that they are definitely going to be in our play. This is fascinating. We are able to interpret so many things by observing people's body language. See, Lelena? Body language can convey a whole story. We could write a whole story about these people outside just by observing them. They don't have to say anything verbally with their lips. They convey so much with their body language. Let's go back to your condominium is more dialect. Sure. Michael and Elena went back to Mike's condominium is more dialect. William Shakespeare dialect. Michael and Elena got up the next day and took a walk to downtown San Francisco. There, they saw the man and woman who they saw in a lover's embrace from outside of the window at Pancakes by the Bay. Look, Lelena, I think it's the man and woman that we saw in a lover's embrace at Pancakes by the Bay. I think it is. Do you want to ask them if it is them? Sure. Mike and Elena. Oh, thanks. Okay. Mike and Elena walk up to the man and woman to speak to them. Excuse me, sir. What is your name? Oh, thanks. That's really nice, Posty Toasty. Thanks. That's a really nice compliment. I hope you recommend me to some of your friends too. Okay, but hi, my name is Hugh. This is my girlfriend, Isadore. It's nice to meet you, Hugh and Isadore. This might seem very unusual to you, but I have an interesting question for you. Go ahead. What's your name? Hi, I'm Mike. This is Lelena. My question is: are you people reunited lovers? As a matter of fact, we are. How'd you decipher that? Well, Elena and I were sitting in Pancakes by the Bay, having breakfast and coffee, and observing people through the window of the restaurant. I noticed that you can interpret a lot of things from the body language and facial expressions of people from inside a restaurant. This gave me the idea to try to construct a narrative from my observations and put it into a play to present to an audience. Wow, that's a fascinating idea. Really? You can put together a story from observations of people in the street? Without hearing them speak? There's a whole complex interplay of stories happening in the streets. I have a keen sense of what other people are thinking and how their lives relate to each other. That's great. We want to be involved in it. That's great. Do you want to go back to your condominium and praise more William Shakespeare? Sure. Michael and Lane went back to Mike's condominium and praise more William Shakespeare. Michael and Elena finished practicing their William Shakespeare dialogue and sat on the couch to talk. This is such a beautiful view of the Golden Gate Bridge from here, Mike. I agree. I see so many lovers in an embrace beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. I've so often imagined you and I in a love embrace beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. It is so wonderful to finally be with you. It sure is. By the Golden Gate Bridge, I can feel a beautiful glow in my heart that keeps me aware of our destined love. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow? Sure. The morning arrives and Michael and Lana go to Pancakes by the Bay. For breakfast and coffee, they get their usual booth by the window. Let's look out the window to see what kind of body language is going on out there. Yeah. Michael and Lana look out the window and see a tall man with long hair and sunglasses walk past another man. He shoves a package into the other man's coat pocket. The other man then proceeds to shove the same package into the coat pocket of a woman. The woman then smiles at the man and climbs into a Chevy Corvette, which proceeds to cruise off at high speeds into the San Francisco morning. What was that? I don't know. Kind of like Sinister. I'd like to get that into play. I don't know. I hope it wasn't some top secret plans drawn up by aliens to take over the Earth. Come again. Wow, that's a wild speculation. Sometimes my imagination runs wild, Elena. I think about the possibility of aliens actually existing on other planets. I then think of possible ways that they might travel here and assimilate into our society, convincing us that they are also Earthlings, posing as Earthlings in disguise when they're really aliens, when they are actually aliens involved in some kind of conspiracy. Or that package could have just been something that was ordered by somebody. In any event, I want to know more about this. It just seems too suspicious to me. I can see from the body language there's something going on. I want to find out. How are you going to find out? I have a feeling they'll be back tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow to Pancakes of the Bay and see. That'll be good. Would you like to go back to my condominium and raise more William Shakespeare? Sure, yeah. Michael and Elena went back to Mike's condominium and raised more William Shakespeare. Michael and Elena got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They sat at their usual booth by the window. This is so suspicious to me, Elena. I wonder what's in the package that people keep passing back and forth to each other. Your alien conspiracy theory seems very unlikely to me. I don't agree with you. You never know, Elena. Somebody that you've known for many years might actually be an alien who has transmogrified into human form. Some people may be the spawn of aliens, and they aren't even aware of it themselves. Maybe someday an alien ship will come and take these alien spawn on to their true homes, maybe on some distant planet. Maybe in another galaxy. And by the way, I have a song called Alien Abduction on YouTube. Look it up. It's Alien Abduction. A song that I wrote called Alien Abduction. It's a keyboard organ rock song. Okay. Yeah, I have seen aliens. They landed in my backyard. They landed here in Park Ridge. Aliens. Everybody says it's Area 51. No, it's Park Ridge. Aliens have touched base here in Park Ridge. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's get this straight, Mike. You actually have a theory that some people might actually be aliens, spawn, and that possibly someday. Yeah, I've seen the aliens. I've seen them. I mean, they tried to capture me. They tried to put me on the ship, and I wasn't abducted, but I saw somebody get. Somebody was abducted by somebody. It was just a stranger that I witnessed an abduction. Winona? She's probably in San Francisco right now. I don't know. She's somewhere in the world. Okay. Um. So, um, it's gonna. Oh yeah. I'm glad you're a Winona Ryder fan. Yeah, she's great. Okay. Um, it's gonna come back and take me back. There's a native planet. That's my point exactly, Lilena. I look out. I look at this as a realistic possibility to be considered. We'll see. Yeah, Winona Ryder's in the stream. Okay, you know what? Let me find. Well, Winona Ryder plays Lelena Pierce, so whenever I say Lelena Pierce, that's the character played that Winona Ryder plays in Reality Bites. So that's the Winona Ryder character. Okay. So whenever I say Lelena, that's Winona Ryder. She plays Lelena Pierce in Reality Bites too. Okay. Look out the window, Lelena. Do you see the woman pulling up in the Corvette? I see her. Look at that beautiful ass in that satiny dress that looks more like lingerie than it does a dress that you would wear in public. Are you lusting after her, Mike? Not at all, Elena. Okay, I'm gonna skip past the infidelity humor. Um, what starts with N and ends? Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. I'm gonna skip past the infidelity humor. Okay. Let me see. Because that's getting a little bit sleazy. Okay. All right. So no infidelity humor tonight. Let's see. Um, oh, mostly toasty. That's a. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's the alien. Okay. How are you enjoying the coffee this morning, Lelena? It's wonderful. And the only reason I put infidelity humor into it is to make that you're always trying to, as a writer, you're always trying to find ways to make the script um, trying to find ways to make the script more engaging and more interesting and juicy. It's wonderful. Okay, I'm thinking about that package. I wonder what's in it. Whatever it is, people seem to hold it of great importance. I have a theory that could be plans drawn up by aliens who are in disguise here on Earth. Plans for takeover of planet Earth. Yeah, I've seen an alien before. Have you ever seen an alien? Okay. Um, I had to jump in my car and you know, I was chased by aliens through the, yeah, chased by aliens. Luckily, I was in the desert where you could really open, really hit the gas and really step on it, and I was really able to. I was doing like 160 on Route 66. I managed to get away. Um, the alien was actually 7 feet tall. It was green. It had one eye right in the middle of its head. It had a mouth on it that took up about half its face. It didn't have a nose. It just had a mouth that took up half its face. one eye. It had two ears. It was green. It um, it had four arms, two legs, and it had some weird thing in the back of its head that looked like this, like kind of um, device, like that was almost like some kind of like technological gadgetry that was just kind of like melded, like some kind of technological gadgetry that was like melded to his head. So it like the flesh didn't look human; it looked like alien flesh. Was like, I mean, I was really curious, so I just touched it, and it appeared to be a female alien. And the consist like the skin itself was like green, but it was like very, it had like a lot of elasticity to it, and you touch it, and but it's like strong but elastic. It had like on the elasticity, the elasticity quotient of the skin was actually, I would rank it, very elastic. But it was really strong and unbreakable, because I tried to kill it, but I couldn't, because the elasticity was, you couldn't puncture the skin. You could not puncture the skin, but the skin was very elastic. But it was green. It was like a medium green, and one eye in the middle of its forehead, a huge mouth that took up like half its face, two ears, um, and it was wearing a Los Angeles Dodgers hat, and it got back on its spaceship, and it went back in outer space. And I don't know. Hope I see it again. Okay. Let's see. um, Wait a minute. Okay. Here you go with with your alien conspiracy theory. I certainly doubt that is accurate. It's probably just some business documents or something. Sounds like what? Did it try reading poetry to you? Oh, did the alien try reading poetry to me? How'd you know? It wrote some poetry to me. And here it is. Here's the poetry. Here's the poetry that the alien wrote to me. And I'll read it in an alien voice. She's driving around in a car, thinking that she'll be a star. Step on the gas, go to the city of glass. She's bound for Hollywood. I always know she would. She'll get the starring role. That's been her goal. There in the Hollywood moonlight. She fills the room with her starlight. She's got the beauty of romance. I'm watching her dance a new dance. She's laughing and acting dramatic. I'm loving her, I'm a fanatic. I'm watching her there on the big screen. It's her and a wonderful new scene. So that was the poem that the alien read to me. How'd you know it read me a poem? There must be some kind of psychic connection going on between us. Okay. Anyways, then why are people so intrigued by it? As if it were a critical issue, a crucial issue. People get upset at each other about little things. I'm going with my alien conspiracy theory. I seriously doubt it. Look, Lelena, there's a tall woman with long hair passing the package to another tall woman with long hair. I see it. All of a sudden, the woman to whom the package was passed to looks at Mike and Elena with an intense fury for several minutes. She then proceeds to get in her Corvette and drive off into the San Francisco morning. I really want to know what is going on. So do I. Would you like to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Okay, I want to practice. I said William Shakespeare dialogue, but I got a book with other dialogue with more contemporary writers in it. Some of the latest writers. So if you give me about a minute, I'm going to go back to the other room where I get my dialogue. I get this book that's filled with dialogue, and it's some of the 20th, 21st century movies. And this is Mike and Elena in Mike's condominium practicing dialogue within the context of my Reality Bites 2 script. Okay, here we go. This is, let's see, it's from, what movie do you want to, this is a pretty good book. Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy. Is it Chasing Amy 2? Miramax, is there a Chasing Amy? Wait a minute, it says Chasing Amy 2. Miramax, 1977. 1997. 1977. Okay. Screenplay by Kevin Smith, directed by Kevin Smith. Characters: Alyssa, Joey, Lauren Adams, Holden, Ben Affleck. Okay. Notes: Holden has been stewing about the story. Banky, the fuck is that? Dug up on Alyssa. He's pretty sure that it's true, but he doesn't know how to feel about it. See notes from previous scene. Okay. It's starting to affect the way he relates to Alyssa. So these Kevin Smith scripts are always a lot of fun to practice, to perform. Okay. He takes her to a hockey game and tries to broach the subject. Interior hockey rink night. On the ice, two teams chasing the puck, up and back, checking galore. In the bleachers, amid a slew of fans, Alyssa watches the game with a large degree of enjoyment. A large degree of enjoyment. Sitting beside her, Holden doesn't seem to share her enthusiasm. Since most of these people are rooting for the home team, I'm going to cheer for the visitors. I'm a big visitors fan. Especially alien visitors. That's a little ad-libbing there. Especially the kind that make coffee for you in the morning before they go. Smiles at Holden. No response. That was a joke. A little wacky wordplay. What do you mean, visitors? Was I being too obscure? The kind that, until recently, had no dicks and would spend the night. So that was until recently? Yeah. Hey, foul! He was traveling or something. So nobody but me has stayed the night at your place since we got together? This guy writes funny dialogue. Okay. Something on your mind, Holden? No, I was just wondering if I've been faithful or something. See, here's some infidelity humor that I wrote. I mean, here's some infidelity dialogue that Kevin Smith wrote. Okay. Look, I was just asking. Oh, sweetie. I only have eyes for you. Call that fucking shit, ref. The guy on the skates totally shoved one of my guys. I told you I was great at sporting events. Actually, I want to go to the other. I want to go to that Clerks script because that's actually my favorite Kevin Smith movie, Clerks. But the original Clerks, the sequels are good, but the original one's the funniest. Still the best. Is the Clerks because everybody was younger then too, and it was more exciting because they were younger. Okay, Clerks, Miramax, 1994. Okay, screenplay by Kevin Smith, directed by Kevin Smith. Characters: Dante, Brian Halloran, Randall, Jeff Anderson. No, Dante and Randall are good friends, around 20 years old. They work for the same boss in dead end jobs in a New Jersey town. Dante works at the Quick Stop Deli and takes it far too seriously. And Randall runs a video store next door and doesn't take it seriously at all. Good character development. Okay. Dante has a girlfriend, Veronica, who goes to college and is urging him to do the same. It's a good bedtime story. Okay. He has an ex girlfriend, Caitlin, that he obsesses about and has been talking to lately on the phone. She has a boyfriend, but hasn't told Dante about him yet. And Dante is fantasizing about a reunion. Dante is an easygoing stoner. Oh, you gotta love marijuana. Who lives in the moment and has no illusions about where his life is going. He can be obnoxious and sensitive at the same time. Clerks follows this hapless pair through the course of a very bad day. Dante has already been called into work on his day off. Called into work on his day off. And had a fight with Veronica over her past sexual partners. More infidelity humor. Randall comes over to the deli to visit. Interior convenience store. Day. Randall pulls a soda from the cooler. Want something to drink? I'm buying. No thanks. Who was on the phone this morning at about 2:30? I was trying to call for half an hour. Why? I want to use your car. He walks by a row of snacks and grabs one without looking at it. Steak cake. Dante sits in a seat behind the register. Randall grabs a paper and joins him behind the counter. You don't want to know. You called Caitlin again. She called me. Did you tell Veronica? One fight a day with Veronica is about all I can stomach, thanks. What do you two fight about? I guess it's not really fighting. She just wants me to leave here, go back to school, get some direction. So picture this: Randall's opening a newspaper to read it. I'll bet the most frequent topic of arguments is Caitlin Bree. You win. I'm going to offer you some advice, my friend. Let the past be the past. Forget Caitlin Bree. You've been with Veronica for how long now? 7 months. Chick's nuts about you. How long did you date Caitlin? 5 years. Chick only made you nuts. She cheated on you how many times? 8.5. Randall looks up from the paper. 8.5? This dialogue is so fun. Party at John Kay's senior year. I get blitzed and pass out in his bedroom. Caitlin comes in and dives all over me. That's cheating? In the middle of it, she calls me Brad. So she's thinking about somebody else as I'm fucking her. She calls you Brad. She calls me Brad. That's not cheating. People say crazy shit during sex. One time I called this girl Mom. I hit the lights and she freaks. Turns out she thought I was Brad Michelson. What do you mean? She was supposed to meet Brad Michelson in the bedroom. She picked the wrong one. She had no idea. She had no idea it was even at the party. Oh my God. Great story, isn't it? That girl was vile to you. Interesting postscript to that story. Do you know who wound up going with Brad Michelson in the other dark bedroom? Your mother, Ellen Harris. Chess team Ellen Harris? The two moved to Idaho together after graduation. They raised sheep. That's frightening. It takes different strokes to move the world. In light of this lurid tale, I don't see how you could even romanticize your relationship with Caitlin. She broke your heart and inadvertently drove men to deviant lifestyles. Because there was a lot of good in that relationship. Oh, yeah? I'm serious. Aside from the cheating, we were a great couple. That's what high school is all about: algebra, bad lunch, and infidelity. You think things would be anything different now? They are. When she calls me now, she's a different person. She's frightened and vulnerable. She's about to finish college and enter the real world. It's got to be scary for anyone. Oh, shit. I've got to place an order. I'm talking to myself here. No, I'm listening. She's leaving college and she's looking to me for support. And I think this is leading our relationship to a new level. Hmm. What about Veronica? I think the arguments Veronica and I are having are some kind of manifestation of a subconscious desire to break away from her so that I can pursue the possibility of a more meaningful relationship with Caitlin. I think it's safe to say yes. That I think all four of you had better sit down and talk it over. All four? You, Veronica, Caitlin, and Caitlin's fiance. The headline of the engagement announcement reads, Bree to wed Asian design major. Okay. No, Dante's day goes from bad to worse when he gets the news of Caitlin's engagement, see previous scene. Then Caitlin unexpectedly shows up at the deli where Dante is having trouble coping. She takes the train down from school to see him. She doesn't know what she wants any more than Dante does, but she thinks she's got it all sorted out. In the process, she sends a different mixed message with every line. Interior video store, night, on counter. You're just going to lock the store like that? I want to talk to you about something and I don't want to be disturbed. You saw it. Pretty dramatic, I thought. It's not what you think. What? It's worse. You're pregnant with an alien. You're pregnant with an Asian design major's child. I'm not pregnant. Were you going to tell me or just send me an invitation? I was going to tell you, but we were getting okay. I'm going to skip that part because it's like too. I wouldn't. Wait a minute. Maybe I'll go to another script. I go to another movie. That was a nice sample of Clerks, and now I'll go to Carlito's Way. It'd be fun to try to talk like Al Pacino. He talks like this, Al Pacino. Al Pacino. No, he's a great actor. I'm not making fun of his voice or anything, but I'm just trying to sound like him. Al Pacino. Okay, I'll try to talk like Al Pacino. Okay, Carlito's Way, Universal, 1993. Screenplay by David Kapp, based on the novels Carlito's Way and After Hours by Edwin Torres, directed by Brian De Palma. Characters: Gail, Penelope Ann Miller, great actress. Carlito, Al Pacino. Notes: Carlito and Gail dated before Carlito was sent to jail. It's gonna be fun to try to talk like Al Pacino. So Al Pacino plays Carlito. Okay. Dated before Carlito was sent to jail. He had been a well-known drug trafficker in his New York neighborhood. Now he's out and determined to change his life to not get dragged into petty street crime and the drug scene. He finds Gail at her dance school, and surprises her as she's coming out of a class. And they end up at a small West Village restaurant. For you New Yorkers, this is set in the 70s, and the restaurant bears a striking resemblance to the now defunct Sandalino's. She tries to hide the fact that she is working as a go-go dancer in a club in Times Square. 43 interior restaurant. Carlito and Gail are at a table at the restaurant, drinks in front of them. I was in the road company of the show called Songbird last year. I played the governor's daughter. It wasn't a lead, but it was a great part. And I did this musical book show last year in Vegas. I hated the weather. You ever been there? Vegas? Yeah. Does it sound like Al Pacino? For what? So are you in something now? Doesn't sound at all like Al Pacino, does it? Wait a minute. I'm trying to get his voice down. I could come downtown and see you. Well, I mean, it sounds so unlike Al Pacino that it's funny, I think. Wait a minute. I'll go to. Yeah, great Al Pacino impression there. Okay. Well, no, you know what? I'm gonna see. If we can... Oh, that's great. I'm laughing at how terrible an Al Pacino impression that is. Wait a minute. Okay. You're doing a living. What you always dreamed about? We're getting. Let's see. You never talked to this before. I'm going to skip to another play because I really got to work on my Al Pacino impression. Okay. Good Will Hunting, Drugstore Cowboy. That's a good movie. Jesus, what kind of dump is this? And where's the female? You might as well trot her out. You don't ever change, do you, Diane? You're goddamn right I don't. Why should I? I was just remarking on how good you look. I didn't mean nothing by it. I'll bet. You're slipperier than an eel, Bob. No one ever catches you off balance because you stay off balance constantly just to stay on your feet. Is that all you got to say? Is that why you come up here? Or did you just want to see me down and out? I just wanted to see you, period. How's the methadone thing? Oh, so. I got a job. Bet you never expected to see that. No shit. Where are you working? Oh, down at some machine shop on Western. What do you do there? Drill holes. Drill holes? Yeah, you know, like the holes that bolts fit into and such. Oh, yeah? How do you like it? Well, to tell you the truth, it's kind of a drag. Then you're really serious. You're going to go on with this thing. Yeah, I am, Diane. Sit down here. Why don't you take off your coat and stay a while? Oh, I can't, Bob. I got people waiting for me down in the car. I just came to see how you were doing here. Diane struggles with something in her purse and comes up with a small package. This is from Rick and the rest of us. We kind of thought you might need a taste once in a while. Bob smiles and takes the package. Thanks, Diane. I sure do appreciate you all thinking of me. Bob? Yeah. What happened? What made you turn around that day? Was it me? Did I do something wrong? Or was it just that thing with Nadine? No, baby, it wasn't you. It was Nadine's death and the hex that she threw on us with the hat. And then I panicked when I looked out into the parking lot and seen all those cop cars. I just knew I was. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the window. Grand Canyon. Remember the movie Grand Canyon? Wait a minute. Which one do I? Broadcast news. Born on the 4th of July. Body heat. Bodies rest in motion. Annie Hall. Annie Hall. Okay, I'll do this one. All right, Annie Hall. United Artists, 1977. Screenplay by Woody Allen. Directed by Woody Allen. Characters: Annie. Diane Keaton. Elvie. Woody Allen. Oh, so Elvie and Annie live in New York City. They used to live together as a couple. They don't anymore. But they have a strong emotional connection. Elvie is a date in his bedroom when Annie calls him about an emergency. Elvie drops everything and rushes over. Interior, Annie's apartment night. Cut to Elvie entering Annie's apartment, huffing and puffing. What? It's me? Open up. Are you okay? What's the matter? Oh. Are you all right? What? What? There's a spider in the bedroom. What? There's a big black spider in the bedroom. That's what you got me here at 3 o'clock in the morning? 'Cause there's a spider in the bathroom? My God. You know how I am about insects. Ooh. I can't sleep with a living thing crawling around in the bathroom. Kill it! For God's sake, what's wrong with you? Don't you have a can of Raid in the house? No. I told you 1,000 times. You should always keep a lot of insect spray. You never know who's going to crawl over. They move through the hallway. I know. And a first aid kit and a fire extinguisher. They stop in the living room. Jesus! All right, give me a magazine. Cause I'm a little tired. And he moves past him and off. You know, you joke about me, you make fun of me, but I'm prepared for anything. An emergency, a tidal wave, an earthquake. He looks over on the bookcase and picks up a pamphlet. Hey, what is this? What? Did you go to a rock concert? Yeah. Oh yeah, really? Really? How'd you like it? Was it like, I mean, was it heavy? And did it achieve total heaviacity? Or was it and he moves to the room and off again. It was great. It was just great. Don't you like rock and roll, you fucking dork? Oh, humdinger. Well, I got a wonderful idea. Why don't you get the guy who took you to the rock concert? We'll call him and see me come over and kill this spider. You know, I called you. You want to help me? She comes back in the room to talk into the elevator. Or not, huh? Hands him the magazine. Here. What is this? Since when do you read the National Review? What are you turning into? Well, I like to get all the points of view. It's wonderful. Why don't you get William F. Buckley to kill the spider? Elvie, you're a little hostile, you know that? Not only that, you look thin and tired. Well, I was it's 3:00 in the morning. You got me out of bed. I ran over here. I couldn't get a taxi cab. You said it was an emergency, and I didn't. I ran upstairs. Believe me, I was a lot more attractive when the evening began. Look, what do you say? Are you gonna go with a rock and roll star? Is that possible? Would you like a glass of chocolate milk? Hey, what am I, your son? What do you mean? I got the good chocolate, Elvie. Yeah, where's the spider? It really is lovely. It's in the bathroom. Is he in the bathroom? Hey, don't squish it. And after it's dead, flush it down the toilet. Okay. Flush it a couple of times. Darling, I've been killing spiders since I was 30, okay? He comes down the hall and comes back. Very big spider, yeah. Yeah? Yeah, a lot of trouble. There's two of them. Two? Yep, I didn't think it was that big. It's a major spider. You got a broom or something with a... Oh, I left it at your house. Snow shovel or something? I think I left it there. I'm sorry. Okay, let me leave this. He takes her tennis racket. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing with... Honey, there's a spider in your bathroom the size of a Buick. He goes back into the bathroom. Well, okay. Hey, what is this? You got black soap? It's for my complexion, idiot. What are you joining a minstrel show? Jeez. He goes after Spider banging racket. What are you doing? Don't worry. He bangs around some more, then exits. I did it. I killed them both. What's the matter? Annie is sobbing. What are you sad about? What do you want me to do? Capture him and rehabilitate him? Oh, don't go, okay, please. What do you mean, don't go? What's the matter? What are you expecting, termites? What's the matter? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Jesus, really? What? Was there somebody in your room when I called you? What do you mean? I mean, was there another? I thought I heard a voice. Oh, I had the radio on. Yeah? I'm sorry. I had the television set. I had the television. Yeah. Fuck. All right. Thanks for listening to my YouTube live stream. That was what you just heard was Reality Bites 2, the script that I wrote for Reality Bites 2, featuring myself and Winona Ryder. I hope to get it produced sometime in the future. And if it ever does get produced, this movie is probably going to be about like 20 hours long. But I hope I can convince Hollywood to produce my script. And if so, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised at like the box office proceeds that they'll receive from the production of my script when we turn Reality Bites 2 into when my dream is finally realized and they return my script that I wrote for Reality Bites 2 into a movie. And hope to see you all at the premiere when it comes out. And it's been a slice. Hope you join me for my next YouTube live stream. Bye.